Hi everybody, I'm Joey and I'm here to show you some really special products that are coming soon to Stampin' Up! If you're a demonstrator, you might have them now. If you're a customer, they're coming available to you on March 5th. So I'm really excited to share this bundle with you. This one is called Simply Zinnia and it's just so fun. I can't wait to show you my cards. So I've got 3 cards to show you today, and I will try to show you all the things that the bundle has and everything that comes with the suite. It's a whole suite of spring products and it's just a really beautiful suite. So if you're watching on Facebook and you haven't liked or followed my page, I would love for you to do that. And if you're watching on YouTube, thanks so much for watching, and I would invite you to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss future videos. Just a heads up, this is a Facebook Live that I video and I upload on YouTube, so there will be some chit-chatting and some visiting, and if you're up for that, great, keep watching. I'm happy to have you here. Okay, so I am going to first, I'm going to get my head close to the camera. I have my iPad here and I cue that up to the video so I can see what you're seeing. So if I'm out of the camera or I'm not showing something up close enough, then I have it to have it right here so I can see it and I don't miss it. I can see there that my eyeshadow is very rosy. It's a new eyeshadow palette from Mary Kay. And I think it was a Valentine palette, and it has purples and roses in it, and I tried it today. It might be a little more than I usually do for eyeshadow, but we'll go with it. All right, I'm still trying to bring you up on my laptop. I have to get you there so I can see my comments, and there we go. There we go. Hi, Diane. Hi, Kathy. Let me get my glasses on. I took them off for the very beginning of the video because it's so glary, but then I can't read my comments here. So Kathy says, winter has returned to Minnesota. It was 6 above this morning. Oh, Kathy. Yes. Oh, thanks, Diane. Oh, Diane. My friend Diane watches almost every week. I think every week. If she misses live, she watches replay. So she's seen my variations of eyeshadow. Hi, Pam from Missouri. Yesterday was 78, today is 28. We're colder than that. I think we were 15 last night. No, I think it was 5 with wind chill last night. Unbelievable. The day before, it was above 70. I think it was actually even close to 80. What's with that? What is with that? We're so ready for spring, all of us that have winter in our seasons. All right, friends, I'm going to click you down and we're going to get started on these fun cards. I'm so glad you're here with me. Let me have to click a toolbar here, and then I'll go upside down, but you'll be right side up. So as soon as I push this down, and it takes a minute for me to get everything squared up, so hang in with me. Looks like I'm gonna go up a bit here. Hang on. If you get motion sick, don't look for a minute. I'm gonna raise my whole, oh gosh, sorry. Usually I don't have this much trouble, but somehow it got, you know what happened? I took my, I took my stand down. That's not the best, but let's go with it. It's okay. Let me get this out of the way. Let me get this like turned a little bit this way. Nope, that's worse. Go this way. I promise you I'll get this fixed and then I'll leave it alone. It should be okay. Now I'm going to get my light out of the way. And this one, I'm going to push that one over. Kind of need it on though for the light. Let's get it back on. There we go. Hopefully that's better yet. Okay, we're just gonna go. I can't get that to work, so I'm just gonna move it completely out. Hopefully there's enough light. No, now there's a shadow. All right, never mind. We're gonna have to probably deal with this bar light. Let me do this. Let's see if you can still see. Yeah, you can still see the code. So So that's good. All right, my friends, sorry about that. Let's get going on some beautiful cards. I'm so excited to share them with you. All right, this suite, you might not recognize this suite. It is one of the new products that's coming with online exclusives. They're coming for customers March 5th. They're available to demonstrators now. One thing is not available that I'm going to show you today. The stamp set is out for Simply Zinnia that I'm going to show you today, but it's supposed to be back in March 11th, and sometimes they actually come in early. But everything else in this suite is available. So here is a sampling of the paper. We're going to use all these today. And then there are gems. Well, I'll show you the gems in person when we get there, and I'll show you the stamp set in person. This flyer doesn't show everything. I'm gonna show everything that I bought for pre-order at the end of the video, and I'll show you all my swap cards at the end of the video, because I know if you're tuning in to watch the card class, you might not be interested in all of that. So I'll show that at the end if you stick around. I'll show you everything new that I personally bought and will be creating with. But today, for art cards, we're going to use the Zinnia set. Now, if you want it now and you're not a demonstrator, if you join, you spend $99 plus shipping, and you can get this glass mat. This comes with it, and a cleaning cloth comes with it. These three things is called the Glass Mat Studio. They're so nice to craft with. I don't know what I'm saving my chamois for. I'm just saving it. But I could use it any day. I just have chosen to let it be perfect, and I will open it and use it one of these days. But anyway, you can get this, or you can get $30 more. So you would get $155 product for $99 plus tax, no shipping. So I would love to have you on my sweet, friendly team. Most of them are hobby demonstrators. Some are doing Stampin' Up! For a business to earn income. Most are not. So we do card swapping. We have a monthly meeting that's both on Zoom and in person. We do optional card swapping. We do sharing ideas. We have demonstrations every month, and those are done by my team. Anyway, if you're interested in that, let me know. Hi, Kim. And I can help you with that. And at the end of the video, I'll put some of those links in the comments. And if you're watching on YouTube, they will be in the video description under the video. There's a little carrot-like thing that you click on, and that will give you the video description. And gosh, can't think of my words. I'm thinking of what colors I'm going to use, and I can't get my words out. Before I do that, though, let me what do I want to show you? I didn't even show you the stamp set. Good heavens. Okay, so here's the stamp set. This is the stamp I'm using right now. But you can see that there's several, gosh, Joey, I can't find words today. Sentiments, that was a hard one. Sentiments, these two are thank you, and this one is a thinking of you. And these are the dies that go with it. We're going to use some of these today. So, and I'll show you my my club class coming up, because we're using this for my club this month. So these dies, they make Daisy. Let me grab that one quick. So this is the one that I made with these these dies that make the whole complete Daisy. Zinnias. And then we're going to use some of these cutout ones. There's just so many beautiful dies in this set. I will show you my club cards. I don't have them all completed. I have 4 done. We do 5 every month. And so that's what we're using today. You are so all over the place. Yes, I know I am. Now this is what I kind of call collage stamping. I don't know if there really has a name for it, but I'm just choosing the same stamp, but a lot of different colors, because if you watch Zinnias grow or you've seen a Zinnia patch, they are all colors. And so I actually bought some Zinnia seeds from Amazon in packets and kind of went from the colors that they were showing there, and that's what I'm kind of using. So I started with Pumpkin Pie. This is Daffodil Delight. And when I'm doing collage stamping, I start with the largest image first, and I try to leave a little space. We are going to put leaves and dots in this group, so I want to make sure I have room for everything. Next I'm using Melon Mambo, and I think I need to get closer to you guys. I'm going to move my light just a touch and see if I can get that glow out, maybe a little further. There we go. Now Melon Mambo, and I'm going to try and kind of vary the direction of my stamps a little bit. So this one's going to go maybe this way. And so far I'm just using two images of each color. Then I'll clean on my chamois. I know my chamois looks like it's not clean, but that's what they look like because they absorb the ink so well. And then you just rinse them out, and yes, they stain, but they still remove the ink from your stamps really well. Now I'm going to Gorgeous Grape. And we're going to stamp this guy kind of up here a little bit. And I'll change the direction on that one. And I'm going off the paper, you can see. And part of the reason for that is it kind of helps your eye expand and see past the actual images. Oh, let's put a little more purple, because we're going to use some more purple on this card, like so. Now I think I might have all my flowers. I'm looking at my sample card and it looks like I do. Hi Jackie, welcome. Okay, so there's our basic colors. We've got Pumpkin Pie, Daffodil Delight, Melon Mambo, and Gorgeous Grape. Now I'm going to grab the leaf stamp, and I know this is red rubber, so we can't see through it, but they're pretty accurate to their labels, so I'm not too worried that, and it's collage stamping, so I'm not too worried that I'm not going to be able to line it up. If it doesn't line up perfectly, I'm okay with that. And so this is Lemon Lime Twist. And now I'm going to go in and somewhat just fill in some of these gaps. I am trying for the most part to avoid the stamping right over the flower, so it doesn't get too muddied up, because I still have one more stamp I'm going to come in here and fill in with. So I'm going to kind of line this up like so. And let's see what else. Maybe here. Only I don't want it to go the same way as the top one, so let's kind of see if we can make it go, well, probably maybe needs to go the same way as the top one. Basically, but not entirely. I'm going to do it like that. Okay, now there's still some bare spaces, and obviously it's okay to have bare spaces, but I'm going to fill in with Highland Heather. Some stamp sets, and this is one of them, have a sweet little, I call this a background stamp. I know you can't see it very well, but it's this down here in the corner, this tiny little stamp. It's just a lot of, looks like tiny flowers. I'm not sure if that's really what it's supposed to be, but we're going to use it to fill in among all these little flowers. I don't know when it's supposed to warm up here either. I live in Lincoln, Nebraska, And I wonder if I should be stamping this off. No, I think I'm gonna do full strength. This is Highland Heather. I don't know if I said that. I don't know when it's supposed to warm up. I'm done with the winter. I'm just saying. I'm done with it. Okay, I'm gonna actually also use another color to fill in. I might put a little purple up there. Now I'm going to, I really debated between the Lemon Lime Twist and the Highland Heather dots, and then so I ended up using both of them on my card. So I'm okay with it. So we're just going to kind of fill in. I think it makes it kind of, I don't know, country-ish maybe, to fill in with this little leek green one. Let's go right there. And let's do a little bit of green up there. And a tiny bit right there. Maybe just a little more right there. Okay, there we go. Now I've kind of, for the most part, filled this in. And there's our, kind of hard to see on the scrap paper, but there is our background for our card. I used to love, when I first started stamping, I loved to do this kind of stamping where I just used the same stamp, or you know, just a couple of the same stamps, and I did what we did today, just stamp different colors all over the page. I thought it really looked pretty, and it just made me happy to just stamp. I really didn't want to do a lot of cutting of layers and things like that when I first started stamping. In fact, I didn't even have a paper cutter right away. I bought my cards and envelopes that were already pre-cut at the, you know, the office store. But it wasn't too long that I did get a paper trimmer fairly soon after I started stamping. I hadn't done any kind of crafting other than I used to make wreaths for our door with stuff from Hobby Lobby. So I've mounted this on, this is a 3 3/4 by 5 white panel, and I have mounted it on a gorgeous gray panel that is just a little bit bigger. So it's 4 1/8 plus being a 1/16. 4 1/8 plus wide by 5 and, no, that's wrong. Don't listen to me. No, that's right. 4 1/8 plus by 5 and 5 1/8 plus. Is that right? Okay, people, I don't know. My brain isn't working. Let's measure this. So this is 3 7/8 plus. Makes sense? Yeah, so it's just under 4 inches. So 3 7/8 plus, and this I'm pretty sure is 5 1/8 plus. Yeah. All right. Sorry about that. It will be on my PDF tutorial. If you put in an order of $40 or more, you'll get everything I'm making today. You'll get 2 of each card, supplies for 2 of each card, and a PDF tutorial, very detailed PDF tutorial. Okay, so we've got some other bits here. We're going to go ahead and stamp our greeting. We'll get the stamping done. One of my favorite stamps in this is, this stamp is called, oh, I forgot. It's called Words Fail to Express My Gratitude. And what I love about it, I just love the fonts they used. I'm not sure what's so special about them, but I really think they look classy. This is a gift I got. Oh, and the words were upside down. I must have mounted that in a big hurry. This stamp, this block was a gift from a friend. I went to a retreat that she did. And so it was a personalized block with my name. So it's probably going to be blurry for you. Here, let me move up here so you can see a little bit better. Oh, let me get the host code back here. Gosh, kind of a hot mess here today, but you know, we'll get her done. All right, here we go. I can stand up a little bit better, see this, And even though it isn't photopolymer, I'm just looking at the top of the rubber because it's pretty straight. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. It's pretty straight enough for me. And now we have a little bit of die cutting. We're going to mount this first on some silver glimmer paper. This, not silver, Highland Heather glimmer paper. This is an online exclusive that comes with 3 colors of glimmer paper. So it's the Highland Heather, the Pretty Peacock, and Petal Pink. And everybody that sees this in person orders it. I'm not kidding. It's so pretty and sparkling. So we're going to go ahead and mount this on just a little bit bigger piece of, do I have the measurements? Nope. They'll be on the PDF tutorial. Here, I'll just do real quick. I think this is 3/4, no, 7/8 of an inch by 3.5 plus, so that means a 1/16. And then the purple is 3 3/4 by, I think, 1 inch. Yeah, 1 inch by 3 3/4 for the glitter paper. This is going to go like this, but we're going to put one more thing on it. So we need the die cutting machine, and hang on. We're also going to use the border die from the Scallop Contours die. So we're going to use this one. I use this on 2 cards. This is one of my favorite dies. I have a bad feeling this set of dies is going to retire when the new annual catalog comes out. I don't know that obviously for sure. I hope it doesn't retire. But when we were at one of the last Stampin' Up! Events I went to, they told us it's the #1 selling set of dies that we sell. So, you know, the more people that buy it, then the less people are probably going to buy it. I don't know how that works. You know, they maintain inventory depending on what's selling, obviously. Since we're a sales company, but anyway, I use this so often. I really like scallops. They just, I think they're just a special kind of an edge to add. So we're gonna go ahead and run that through. Now we'll grab our die. I'm going to just set that aside for now. I lost my train of thought. Let me get some glue dots. This is just not sticking. It's kind of driving me crazy. And you need the host code if you're going to get the bonus products. Oh, by the way, for 2 days. So celebration ends tomorrow's the last day to get free products with every $50 order. So I am going to go out with a bang, and I've got a special offer. If you put in a $50 order, so it's 2 days now, not 3. So today and tomorrow, you're going to get a mystery embellishment gift from me. So if you put in a $50 order, normally you always get a free embellishment with your card supplies. This time I'm going to beef it up with extra embellishments. I actually have a lot of embellishments. I don't know, sometimes I forget and order things twice, so I'll order 8 for a class or for my team or something, and then I order it again. Anybody order things twice? Am I the only one that does that? Okay, we're gonna wrap this, bump this up. You know, you could just do this card without this. If you just want to do stamps, paper, and ink, you don't need this border. It's really pretty even just without it. I actually had the border sitting around on my desk, and I went, hey, this would be cute here. But if you don't have a die cutting machine and you're maybe just starting stamping, this is a perfect card for you. Because you can just do stamps, paper, and ink, and forget about that border and have a beautiful card. Don't forget to use all your dimensionals. cut, when you're done with the little round ones, cut your edges so that you have more to use and use up everything. So here's what we're gonna do for this. And hang on, I'm gonna get a ribbon. Just a second, I gotta grab out my ribbons. I don't know if this really needs a ribbon or not. Let's go for it. We'll try it. You can let me know if you think, no, that's overkill. This is the silver and white sheer ribbon. This is, was this an online exclusive? I'm not sure. The number is 162149 if you want the number. Let's see about this. Might be overkill. Let's do it anyway. Let's go up here. Let's see, I need it to go this way. And I cut my card base 4 1/4 by 11, and then I scored it the long way at I don't know if this works or not. We'll go ahead and try it. I scored it the long way at 5 1/2. This might not work very well. This is such pretty ribbon, and it pretty much goes with everything, but not 100% sure it coordinates with the rest of my card. But we'll try it. See what we think. Let's see if it looks... No. Let's come down here. I'm kind of putzing with this, so if you're in a hurry to see these cards, you might be getting weary of the putzing. No. Okay, let's go up here. We're going to just finish this card and call it good, but I'm not 100% sure I'm going to leave this ribbon on it. Let's make the bowl a little bit smaller so it doesn't hide our greeting. I don't know if you can hear my puppy Teddy. He's fluffing his bed very loudly. He's in a pen. He's not completely trustworthy yet, so he doesn't have run of the house. Oh, for heaven's sakes, this is just so annoying. Here we go. He's very busy back in his pen. Fluffing it. You know, dogs are so funny that they want to fluff up their bedding. Okay, kids, I don't know. It's okay. I don't know that the ribbon adds that much, but let's put some gems on it. So I'm going to grab these, although these are sold out. Well, that's okay. They're coming back in. These are the purple shimmer gems. What are they called? Purple fine shimmer gems. Yeah, that's right. I'm actually surprised these lasted as long as they did. They're so pretty and sparkly. And let's see, so that color, maybe, or this color. I think the darker ones. So this is Berry Burst, Gorgeous Grape, and Highland Heather. That's what they say they're supposed to be. So you can never have too much bling, Diane says. Jackie says, I love the scalloped edge. Thanks, ladies, my dear friends. Okay, let's put these guys down here. I do love this scallop. Oh, I've used it so much. I can't even tell you how much I've used it. Okay, what do you think? Be honest. Here's my one without the ribbon, and here's the one with the ribbon. I'm not sure. This one needs something, I think. I'm not sure that's what it needs. I think we need a purple ribbon. We don't have a purple ribbon, but anyway, which one do you like better? The one without the ribbon or the one with? Put your answer in the comments. I would really like to know. While you're doing that, I will get my next card ready, and we'll do card number 2. All right, so let's grab number 2. For this one, we're going to stamp and color. And I'm sorry, but I did forget. I was going to do some coloring ahead of time, but you're going to get coloring today. I just didn't have time to do that. All right, I'm going to go ahead and stamp this. And your comments aren't coming in. Sometimes my computer doesn't keep up with the comments. Oh, Diane loves without. Yeah, I think so too, Diane, honestly. So, anyway, we'll leave it for now. It might not stay on at the end of the video. All right, let's go ahead and keep stamping. Let's grab our Memento ink, and we're gonna color with blends markers. Memento ink is our basic black ink. It is the best one to use with our Stampin' blends markers. Memento black is a water-based ink, and our blends markers are alcohol-based, so they don't mix with each other. You can color, you can stamp with Memento black and then color with blends markers, and you don't have to worry that the inks are going to blend together, because they won't. Now, if you stamp with Stays On ink, that's another ink we have. It's a different kind of a base ink. That you don't use your blends markers with, because they do muddy together. You use our Stampin' Right markers, which are water-based. So the rule is you are going to, if you use water-based ink for your image, then you need alcohol blends markers to color. If you use a solvent like, I don't know if that's the right word, but a permanent ink pad like Stays On, you need to use your Stampin' Right markers. So you just don't use water-based ink with water-based markers. That's a better way to say it. Now I'm coloring this quickly because no one really needs to watch coloring probably, but what I do usually is start with the lightest color and color part of it, and then I go back where the shading is. Now, as I said, I'm hurrying through this, so I'm not doing it like I really would do it if I were sitting and just making a card for fun instead of for demonstration purposes. For now, I'm just going to go ahead and color a little bit of the dark. I always go to those dark edges, those dark lines that Stampin' Up! Artists put in. That kind of gives you a guide as to where the darker color goes. Our blends markers come in sets of 2. So you get a light and a dark. And as I said, I'm kind of scribbling through this. But then I'm coloring from the ink, where I've already used the marker, the ink, into the dry cardstock so that it blends. So I'm starting where there's color, and then I'm blending that. I'm using the light one now, blending the dark one in. Okay? As I'm sure that's the whole point of blends markers, is they will blend together and give you some really beautiful shading in your cards, like that. And I'll do this one. Now, zinnias come in all colors. I don't know if you have planted zinnias. I have not planted zinnias, but I had a very good friend. I've since lost her, but she planted zinnias every year. She had a round garden. Does that make sense? A round raised bed. Oh, let's get the centers of our flowers first with our Daffodil Delight. And she told me, she did have a green thumb though. She told me she just went out in the spring and just threw the zinnia seeds in her bed. I don't know if that's true or not, but I will say this, she always had beautiful zinnias, and every stamping event she would come to, she would bring me a bouquet of zinnias during their growing season, of course. And when I think of zinnias, I think of my friend Sally. She was one of my first friends to stamp with. She started stamping right before I did. And she was a guidance counselor in the high school that I taught music. I taught music and she was a guidance counselor. And so sadly, she developed Alzheimer's. So about 4 or 5 years ago, she had to go to a memory care center. And a couple months ago, she became very ill and she passed away. And I'm still thinking about her. You know, I'll probably always think about her. We were pretty good friends. We were very good stamping friends. She came to everything I offered, everything. I had 2 to 3 in-person events every month, and she was always there. So I think of Sally when I think of zinnias. I had to have this stamp set and bundle, and that's one of the reasons. Kind of just helps me think of her and all the times we spent stamping together. You know, that's the real beauty of stamping and having a hobby like this that you can do alone, or you can do it with people. And it's just fun. Don't we all need some fun? There's so many things going on that are worrisome. Okay, not going to spend too much time blending this, but that's the idea. This is Mellow Mambo, if I didn't tell you that. And now we'll go to pumpkin pie. Oops, I'm using the fine tip end. I like that end better to color with. So I'm interested to know, anyone that's watching, have you planted zinnias? I'm thinking this year I will, as in I've already told you I bought some packs of zinnias from Amazon. We live in a new house. We built this house about 4 years ago, and we haven't done a lot of landscaping. You know how we landscaped the front of the house, and actually at the time we weren't 100% sure we were going to stay in the house. There were some issues with the builder, and so many things needed attention. They did come back and fix everything, but it was not a happy experience like it really should be. Anyway, that's a long story longer. So we didn't do a lot of landscaping. That's my whole point of actually telling you that. So our whole backyard, really, we had planted trees. We wanted to make sure we planted trees. There we go. But our whole backyard needs landscaping along the back. We back up to a green space, which is really nice. But we need more landscaping. My husband keeps saying we've got to get more plants in. So the whole point of that was I was thinking of doing some zinnias this year. It wouldn't be a big deal to just make a little garden and throw in some zinnia seeds. We do have underground sprinkler. I'm just thinking of watering. We do have underground sprinklers, so I'd have to figure out a place where the sprinklers hit it. Oops. Sometimes this happens. You pull off your marker and the lids are so tight, and they're tight in order to keep the air out so the markers don't dry up because they are alcohol. So you can just pull the cap out. They still work fine. it doesn't happen very often, but if it does happen with your markers, they're still okay. You can just pull out the tip of the marker, put it back in your pen holder, and it works fine. Okay, that's good enough. As I said, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time coloring and blending, because coloring takes a long time. But it's kind of fun if you like to color. These aren't super big images to color, so they're pretty fun actually to color. Diane says zinnias make her smile. Her mom always planted them for a happy garden. Oh, that's so nice. My mom did plant a lot of flowers, but she didn't plant zinnias. She had a gorgeous rose garden. We lived in Colorado. I grew up in a suburb of Denver, Westminster, Colorado. And my mom had a garden on the east side of our house, and it was so pretty. The roses were huge. Okay, let's see. I'm looking at my sample to see what else, if there's anything else we need to die cut. I think we're good. Let's go ahead and die cut this. Again, if you just joined and you're just watching this set of Stampin dies, you won't find them in the online store yet, but they'll be available for customers March 5th. Or if you're a demonstrator, you can buy them now. And if you want to join Stampin' Up! And get in on the early pre-order for these, you have to join before the end of the day tomorrow in order to get all the bonuses that you get with signing up now. Oh, there we go. Just make sure I get this lined up. I don't know why on Facebook Live I struggle a little bit more getting it lined up. I think because my machine is going to my right and left, where normally I have it going up and down to my body. Oh, whoops, that's not going to work. That's my top plate. So we want to be on the bottom plate. If I can do that without moving it. I think that's pretty good. Okay, we're going to go with that. And then I do have one thing to emboss. We're going to use the embossing embossing folder that goes with this suite. So for that, we're going to use our base plate, then we're going to use our gray plate, and then our embossing folder. This is just called Zinnia embossing folder. It's a 3D folder. And I'm going to use a panel of lemon lime twist, which is 4 by 5 1/4. And there is a line. I don't know if you can see that line. There's a line that helps you keep your cardstock. Oh, I think you can see it on the video. Lined up. And then you want your folded edge to go in first. And you actually want your gray plate to go on top. So that's your sandwich for your embossing folders, your 3D ones. And it's pretty tight. This is a new die cutting machine, so it's very tight. But that makes it emboss and die cut really well. So there's that. And I'll hold it up to see if you can see it a little bit. A little bit better. Hang on. Let me hold this up. Looks like you can. It looks like you can see it fairly well. It's really pretty. It's very detailed, and it has these gorgeous zinnias on it. All right, so we're going to take our card base. It's just going to be basic white, 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, and I scored it down the long side up 4 1/4. And let's go ahead and get this card made here. I'm just going to take my tape runner and hi Martha, hi Cheryl. I'm happy you're here. we're making cards with the new online exclusive coming. One of the products, the Simply Zinnia Suite. Lemon Lime Twist has a color that has come back to Stampin' Up! This year. It had been an in color a few years back, and now it's back in the permanent colors. Well, permanent until they do another color change, which I think will be a while because we just did one. Sorry, I can't think and grab other stuff to make my card. It's like my brain stops momentarily. All right, we're going to do a little bit more stamping. And then we're going to use the scallop punches for this. I'm going to grab my black. We're going to go back to basic black. And then there's a greeting in here that is, thank you so much. I'll ink that up. Then we'll get it stamped here. There we go. And get that cleaned on my mat just because leaving an inked up stamp, you know, because I put them down like this, but if there's ink on it, I for sure drop my card into it, or, you know, somehow I get ink on something else. So this is our double oval punch, scalloped oval punch. And I'm going to go ahead and just line this up and then just punch like that. So you turn it upside down to punch. If you're like, all right, how do you use that thing? That's how you use it. And then I've also done that to our glimmer paper. So this glimmer paper is also a new online exclusive. So it's so pretty. So it comes in Lemon Lime Twist and Berry Burst. I don't know, can you see this, guys? There we go, that's better. See how, and white. I'm so missing white. Of course, that's what you usually use with snowmen or snowflakes. Can you see it? Yeah, there you can see it, good. And so it's been very fun to have more colors of glimmer paper. So I punched this same shape with that same oval in that Lemon Lime Twist glitter, and then I'm just cutting it in half, and then we're just going to make like a little border on this guy. Now it's obviously not going to match up because it's the same size in reality as the one we just punched, the pink one. But I still think it's kind of cute. I don't think it has to be just matching on the ends. Okay. Kind of like so. You know, it's not perfect, but I think it's kind of cute. I kind of like it. Okay, so then we're going to take this panel. This is actually a variation of my, well, here, let's do this first, of my swap card that I use for other demonstrators. I joined a swap where we all made 16 cards of one particular new online exclusive, and this is close to the one I did for my swap. It's not exactly, but it's pretty close. Then I'm going to line this up. This is a part of the DSP as 2 inches by 5 1/4 inches. Okay, there we go. Now we're going to put our zinnias on the paper. On the paper. Jeez. See, I'm looking at my comments, so I can't talk and do something else. We're going to get our die cut zinnias that we just colored and put dimensionals on the back. And then get them on our card. I might go to a mini dimensional here on the leaves. If you're not familiar with these, we have both a medium size and a mini size. These are the minis. And it's really nice to have those minis once in a while. They come in really, really handy. And then I take my take your pick tool, and oh, that's coming off already. And then I just go ahead and take them all off, like so. There we go. Then we'll go ahead and put this guy on here. There we go. And then I popped it up. I don't think I finished my sentence. This border, or this panel that looks like a postage stamp, is part of a bundle called Perennial Postage. And you get all sizes of dies that have an edge like this. And I've been really enjoying using it just as something different for a decorative edge. Okay. I'm looking at Teddy in his bed, in his pen. We have a pen down here for him. And we have a pen upstairs, but we haven't actually been using it very much because he's been pretty good about alerting us to go outside, although he's not 100% yet. Okay, so they're going to get this down, and then let's go ahead and put this, our little greeting down here. And I don't want to double up dimensionals, so I'm going to put my dimensionals actually on the card itself rather than the label, because otherwise I can't see where they are. I'm going to go like so. So there we have a little bit of bling on this one. And then we're going to add some gems on this one too. This set of gems is called Tinsel Gems 4-pack. And I know I've used almost all the lemon lime twist ones in this pack. But I have 3 left. So we're just going to use those on this card. And you can't really see, but they have little silver sparkles on them. So they're shimmery. They're more shimmery in person than they are in the video. There. Uh-oh. And then let's go down there. So there's our bling. I could probably use a ribbon too, but for today we're not going to do a ribbon on this one. So there we go. There's that one that actually looks like a bouquet of zinnias. And we'll get our gems put away. And we'll go on to our 3rd card. Before we do that though, let me show you some of my swap cards. Well, let me show you my class cards that we're going to use this bundle with for next month. So my Be Creative Club, I won't go into all the details, but it's a subscription club, and you get 5, this applies for 5 cards every month. You get about $20 to $25 worth of products in it. And you get a PDF tutorial, and it comes right to your house. Or I do have, if you're long distance, I do have, if you're local, I do have people here that come in person. It's always the last Thursday of the month for in person. But this is my class coming up where I use, here I used all those dies. I'll just give you a quick sneak peek. Oh, that one's not my class. And then this one I used, so I used a lot of the paper. I used the gems that come with this suite. So these are the gems that come with this suite, and I used the DSP. You'll get some gems and some ribbon, and you'll get half a pack of the DSP. And this one might be my 5th card. This is actually a swap card from Julie Salva. I need one more card, and I might do something similar to this. I just haven't done it completely. But if you're in person, it's $35 a month. If you need it shipped, it's $6 more than that. And if you want to take it just one time and not subscribe, it's $6 more than that. So I'll put a link in that in my video description on YouTube. I'll also put it in the comments on Facebook, but just so a heads up, it will also go to my email. So if you haven't signed up for my email list yet, I'll put a link right now for my email list in the comments so that I don't forget to do that, because that's the best way to find out what's going on with me, what events I'm offering, what classes I'm offering. Let's see, link to, sorry, I'm looking this up on my, subscribe to my newsletter. Here's the link. I'll pop this in. And then remember to stay. Oh, hi, Kathy. Thank you. Hi, Alice. There's a link in the comments if you're looking for it to join my email list. And that's where usually I show and tell everything I'm offering. Okay, let's do our last card. This one, I used quite a few of the dies as well. And let's see what else I did. I think we're going to use another new set of dies for this one. And I have quite a bit done on this one already. But I don't think I grabbed the dies. So hang on just a second. I don't think I laid those out. Dang it. Oh, yes, I did. They got buried under my extra celebration bonus. What are these called? These go with this stamp set, Everyday Details, and this is in the mini catalog, the spring mini catalog that we have available right now. And I've been using these quite a bit. You can see some of them haven't been cleaned out very well, but they're really fun shapes too. So we've got a couple sets, newer sets that have some fun I want to say background dies. You know, they make layer dies, maybe it's a better word. I'm not sure. But this one, and then the perennial postage ones that we talked about earlier. Let me grab, for this one, we're going to grab, actually, yeah, Melon Mambo. I think I used Melon Mambo. I need to check this ink color because it might be Berry Burst, but I think it's Berry Burst is supposed to be the color of the shimmer paper, and we're going to use the shimmer paper for this. Let me grab Berry Burst. Yeah, I think that's it. So I'm going to go with Berry Burst instead of Melon Mambo for this card. So let me grab, for now I'm going to get this out of the way. Then I'll grab my Berry Burst. Anybody out there use the Target one-day delivery app? The Shipped app. I've been using it for a couple months now. Honestly, it's the best thing ever. So you have to put in a $35, so you pay $99 for, and I'm not a Target employee or represent the company in any way, but you pay $99 for free shipping for a year. I'm not shipping, free delivery for a year. And oh my gosh, it's so handy. It saves driving to the store to just get like 5 things. And the shoppers change, so you don't always get the same shopper, but I've been so lucky to get such good shoppers. you know, they'll send me pictures of the produce that I'm ordering and say, you know, does this look okay? I mean, most of them, not all of them, but most of them communicate really well. I did not do that during COVID. I don't know why, but you know, all the delivery services sprang up during the first year of COVID. And now I'm pretty hooked on this one, at least. It's just so nice. I don't have to bug Steve to stop at the store on his way home from work. Anyway, I'm just saying I use it and I like it. So I don't know if you have it available where you live, but I've been really enjoying it. Okay, so we're just going to put together, I used that, this is why I had that scrap on the first card on my desk, because I was making this card. And here I've used the embossing folder. I'm sorry, I know I'm getting too low here. I've used the Zinnia embossing folder again, but I've already done that for us so that that part's done. Since you've already seen me do it, you know what it looks like, how to do it if you're a beginning stamper, what layers to use, what sandwich to use on your die cutting machine. Okay, so now I'm going to just tape this down. And then I die cut these little leaves, and there's two different flowers. And we're just going to go ahead and put those on with mini glue dots. Let me grab the mini glue dots where they are. I think my issue with organization is that I'm always thinking of what I'm going to do next. So when I set something down, I'm not thinking about where I'm setting that down. Does that make sense? I'm going to go ahead and put these on. So then I can't find, you know, so I'm just putting it down anywhere there's space, and it's out of its normal place that I put things. And on Facebook Live, I'm specifically talking about. Okay, so we're going to just assemble these little flowers. Look how pretty the shimmer paper is. It's just so pretty. I can't see it there very well, but you can see it here. There we go. Okay, and then this one. Hi, Sharon. Welcome from Washington. All right. And we'll get this on here. Okay, so now what we're going to do with these flowers is one of them we're going to tuck behind this guy. So let's do that. And the other one we have to wait till we've gotten further on our card. I'll grab a mini glue dot. And I'm going to kind of tuck this just behind like so. There we go. Like that. And then we'll set that aside while we do the rest of our card. So I'm going to grab, I already mentioned how I did this scallop. So then I took some of the Berry Burst paper and I'm making just a tiny edge of that sparkle paper. Like so. Now remember, if you started watching late, you can get the supplies for these cards, 2 each of these 3 cards, with your order of $40 or more. If you spend $50 today or tomorrow, you'll get a celebration gift, and you'll get at least one embellishment from me, and then an embellishment surprise. I'm sending a lot more with your $50 order, your supplies, than I usually do. And this is going to go like this. Had to think how it was going to go. So we'll put down our DSP first. And this is getting low. Hopefully it lasts through the video. You must use this host code to get the free class and the free embellishments and the free other stuff I'm going to send. Let's put this on our card first. If you order with that host code, Okay, here we go. Let's get this one. This is the same DSP, the Zinnia DSP. What is that called? It is called Flowering Zinnia's Designer Series paper. Then this one. There we go. I don't know where February went. I guess it went where all the other months have been going. Then we're going to just tuck this on here. I'm going to let a little bit of that DSP show. And actually I'm going to let more show than I did on my sample card because I think it's pretty. So press that down. So there we have so far. Now we've got this part. And let's go ahead and pop this up. Get some more dimensionals. This particular scissors is not a Stampin' Up! Scissors. It's a honeybee or something like that. I don't remember. But it's Teflon. So Teflon coated so it doesn't pick up the adhesive very well, which is good.